Change is inevitable. Progress is optional. Quoted by Tony Robbins. What if I told you that there's nothing you or I can do to change what's going to happen today? What if I told you change is right around the corner? Toastmasters, Mr. Toastmaster, I am telling you that change is not just around the corner, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen in this club. It's going to happen in this organization. And with what? Pathways. We've already been talking about it. We have something to look forward to. But don't be afraid. There's nothing wrong with changing. Don't have any fear about change. And why? Because change benefits everybody. Change is what makes everybody better. And I'm going to talk about 3 ways that change can benefit you, benefit the people that you speak with, and how change is not the worst part of your day. Let's start off with the first part of change and how it impacts you. I can remember when I was in high school, I had to make a choice. I had to make a decision on where I was going to go to college. I could stay in Miami, Florida, or I could move away. And I had to decide what was best for me. Staying in Miami, I had my friends, my family. I mean, I grew up there 17 years. But was that really going to be a big life change for me? Or I can go into the unknown, which was over here. Move away, new friends, new family, being an independent adult. And what did I choose? Was I scared? Yeah. Was I nervous? Of course. But did I let fear stop me from changing? No. And that's why I ended up moving away for college. And that's the same mindset to have when you're thinking about pathways. Pathways is that change that's designed to make you better. It's designed to make an impact on your life and increase your skills. But if you're not willing to step outside the box a little bit over here and go to pathways, then you're going to lose out on so much if you just stay in the traditional Toastmasters program. Now, I'm not saying that that's not going to happen anyways, because that's inevitable. Changing the pathway is going to happen, but it's up to you how much you embrace it. The second part of change is how it impacts others. I remember talking to one of my buddies a few years ago, we'll call him John, and he had a lot of stuff going on in his life. And unfortunately, he had a very negative view about it because things were changing. It got to the point where he wanted to quit his job, leave his wife, and abandon his children just because he didn't want to change. And me and him had several conversations about adapting, being more flexible, allowing life to adapt to you. And it took me some time to convince him, but once that happened, he thought to himself, wow, I never knew how coming outside of my normal routine, how stepping outside and stretching myself a little bit will be beneficial to not just him, but his family. And why I bring that up is because if I never changed myself, how can I ever tell somebody else to change? How can I be that voice? How can I be that person to say, you know what? I need you to change. So while change was impactful for him, it also helped me help him out. So if you can't embrace change yourself, how can you ever push people? How can you ever bring them over to this path over here, which allows them to change? The third part of change, it's not the worst part of your day. As Olin said, there's so many things that you think about in life. Linda talked about her upbringing. There's so many things that really make a big difference in our lives that aren't that bad when we have to change them. I mean, think about it. There are some really bad things like traffic, that sucks. Spoiled milk, and snakes. Those are worse things than change. And when we're able to embrace that and understand that there's a positive to changing, that's how we grow. I mean, think about it. Think about when we plant a flower. Do we just plant petals in the ground? No, we plant a seed. And what do we expect out of that seed? We expect it to grow to a beautiful plant. We expect flowers. We expect something out of it. but we expect that seed to change. And that's how I want you guys to look at Toastmasters and the new Pathways program. We come in here as seeds, and then we use the Pathway program to change us into the communicators we want to become. No matter how you look at it, change is going to happen. It's inevitable. As I said in the opening quote, change is inevitable, progress is optional, by Tony Robbins. Discover how change can impact you. Allow yourself to be changed in order for you to impact others. And remember, change isn't the worst part of your day. So I close with this question. How are you going to allow change to benefit you?